The following high school sports presentation on The Place for Local Sports, 1160 WSKW The Score, is brought to you by the following great local sponsors. Our videocast is powered by Central Maine Community College with over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England, and 2023 high school graduates can get free tuition. Just go to cmcc.edu. More than just a community college. The radio broadcast is brought to you by Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Our live stream sponsor is Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Coverage also brought to you by Kennebec Eye Care for all your eye care needs. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. And by PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
Good afternoon on a day custom built for baseball. We've got a great high school matchup that is for you this afternoon from Memorial Field in Skowhegan as the Skowhegan Riverhawks take on the Brewer Witches. I'm Mike Violet. He is A.J. Knight. This might be the marquee baseball matchup of the day today in high school baseball. The two top teams in Class A North, Skowhegan's number 1. The Riverhawks are 8-1. Brewer is number 2. They're 7-1. Interestingly enough, Skowhegan lost its first game of the year, and they've run the table since. Brewer started out 7-0, and they lost the other day to Ellsworth.
Both of them against teams they've played twice as well, so they've split the series in Hamden Academy for Skowhegan and then Ellsworth for Brewer.
Yep, they've avenged those losses, and pitching has been the name of the game for Skowhegan. We're going to see Silas Tibbetts here this afternoon. We've seen him before. You look at him, and you think, we can hit this guy. Then he starts pitching, and you realize at the end of the day, you're 0 for 3 or 0 for 4.
Yeah, I looked this up just for you, and for me as well, because
you do so much for me. I really appreciate it.
I do.
Yep.
But we saw them in their last scrimmage, and I was blown away, and we both talked glowingly about them, and we saw them here against Mount Blue. So we've seen them a couple times this season, and just been just an outstanding pitching stat. But I looked up the full season stats: 61 innings pitched, .57 ERA.
This is the Skowhegan staff.
The entire staff.
Yeah.
.57 ERA with 63 strikeouts, 28 walks, 34 hits, only 5 earned runs given up in 9 games.
I'm no Abner Doubleday, but I think if you look at those numbers, you win baseball games because of those numbers. A lot of baseball games. So Skowhegan's pitching has been magnificent, whether it's Tibbetts, whether it's Jackson Quinn, who's playing third base here this afternoon. It doesn't matter. They have been absolutely brilliant on the mound. Brewer's been pretty darn good as well with their 7-1 record. You don't get to 7-1 playing the iron that is in Class A North and in Class B North in some cases. If you unless you've got some pretty good pitching as well. I don't have numbers, but I can't believe that Brewer's pitching is better than Skowhegan's. In fact, I don't think anybody's pitching is better than Skowhegan's.
I mean, there's a reason why these teams are 1 and 2. The Brewer team, obviously, you have to have good enough pitching, but it's kind of that immovable force versus the unstoppable object, because the Brewer offense has been one of the better offenses in the state. I think being pretty close to about 9 runs a game, though they got struggled against Ellsworth most recently.
And Skowhegan's offense, well, it's been spotty this year. Their pitching has been so dominant that they haven't needed to pound the baseball, and that's a good thing because they haven't. That's the one thing I think that Mike LeBlanc is looking for is some consistency in his offense. Dana Corey's Brewer Witches will line up this way today against against Silas Tibbetts. Noah Tibbetts plays for Brewer. We'll get to that in a second. Leading off, playing shortstop today for the Brewer Witches is Evan Netto. Batting second, playing first base, Grady Van Ettestein. Hitting third and playing in right field is another Tibbetts. That's Noah Tibbetts. Batting cleanup and catching, Caden Morin. Hitting fifth, playing third base, Rowan Valley. Batting sixth and playing at second base is Logan Littlefield. Hitting seventh and pitching hitting today, Anderson Clifford. Batting 8th and playing in left field, Andrew Hodgins. And batting 9th and playing in center field is Nick Tozier against the pitches of Silas Tibbetts, as we see both the Brewer Witches and the Skowhegan Riverhawks here in a second about to be introduced. The Witches in their black uniforms. That certainly is an interesting look. Skowhegan with the black jersey tops with the gray sleeves and the gray pants.
This is a really interesting matchup just from the standpoint, again, talk about the offenses, because, again, on the season, only 7 runs a game, but that was really tanked by their poor performance recently by Ellsworth, but they've scored 9 runs 3 times. This Brewer offense has been really good. But for Skowhegan, here's the numbers for their pitching staff. They went up in the first game of the season, lost to Hamden Academy. They gave up 5. That is the closest anyone has gotten. Since then, it's been 0 twice, 1 4 times, 2 twice, and 3.
So dominant pitching for sure. So both ball clubs being introduced to the crowd. You've gotten the Brewers starting lineups. We'll come back with the national anthem. And the first pitch, it's baseball. It's a good one in Class A North. As Skowhegan hosts Brewer, we're back with the first pitch after this on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
I came for a visit, and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. Our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Mike Filan, AJ Knight, Ryan Bell, Andy Capwell. We brought all the big guns out for this one here tonight, or today. Skowhegan and Brewer ready to get at it, and Silas Tibbetts on the mound going through his warm-up pitches. The defense for Skowhegan goes this way today, left to right in the outfield. Quincy McCrae is in left, Chance Tibbetts in center. Our friend, the birthday boy, Cooper Bardwell, is in right field. It's not his birthday today, though. That was a couple of weeks ago. At third base, Jackson Quinn. Tyler Annis anchors at shortstop. Noah Anderson at second. Jackson Height at first. And the battery, Tibbetts and Brendan Dunlap.
I will point out, Cooper Bardwell, since you announced his birthday on air, has been on fire. He's the second leading batter on the Skowhegan team with a .375 batting average.
Well, we do have the Midas touch when it comes to that stuff. No question about it.
I mean, we've been pretty fortunate. We've seen, I think, 3 out of our last 4 broadcasts, we've seen absolute pitching gems.
Yes.
With expectations of today having another one.
Yeah, I mean, we've been looking forward to this ball game for quite a while. Number 1, Skowhegan. Number 2, Brewer. Dominating Class A North so far. Dana Corey's team has played some terrific baseball, and Skowhegan, of course, has been on a certified roll after losing their opener to Hamden Academy. They've run the table, including winning over Hamden Academy, and they've done all of it with great pitching with an ERA, a microscopic 0.56.
Yeah. Well, on top of that, too, we've talked about it. You noted it already, and we talked a little bit to the staff here as we were getting set up, and they just said that the bats have started slow. I mean, if Skowhegan's bats come alive and you start putting up, I don't know, even 5 or 6 runs, they may not lose a game the rest of the season.
Well, that's legit. Their pitching has been that good, and talking to other coaches and people around Class A North, they feel the same way, that if Skowhegan gets any kind of hitting, they are going to be an absolute bear to play in the postseason. Also, defensively, they've been very good as well. They can really get after it in the outfield, and at shortstop, anchored down by one of the best in Tyler Annis, who's going to go to the University of Maine as a preferred walk-on and try to make the program there. Evan Neto, speaking of good shortstops, he'll lead it off. You might remember him from basketball season.
State champion.
Yep, he is a state champion. Open stance, right-handed batting shortstop. And the first pitch from Silas Tibbetts, a strike. Jay Dangler's the plate umpire, one of the best you'll see.
Neto comes in hitting .333 on the season.
Neto in the hole, 0-1. That one is wide, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's Neto, Grady Van Ettestein, and Noah Tibbetts here in the top of the first.
Tibbetts specifically on the season, 19 innings, .37 ERA.
Dominant. 1-1, fouled back to the screen, 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the leadoff man, Evan Neto.
And Tibbetts specifically, we were lucky to see him. We've seen both Quinn and Tibbetts pitch this season. Tibbetts, much less issue with the walks than Quinn has had.
Here's the 1-2. Chopper right back to the mound, snagged by Tibbetts on the backhand, throws to first. That was a good play, 1 out. We'll give him a Kennebec Eye Care highlight of the game. Kennebec Eye Care for all your eye care needs. Kennebec Eye Care, your site specialist. That goes 1-3. Good play by Tibbetts. Annis probably would have handled it, but Tibbetts didn't let it get that far. Here's Van Ettestein, left-handed batting first baseman. Terrific athlete.
And worth noting, Tibbetts plays infield as well, and I think you see that from the pitching spot.
Fastball for a strike pops out of the glove of Dunlap.
Yeah, but back to the point I was making, Jackson Quinn has struggled a little bit. I don't want to say struggled. Obviously, the staff has been great. He gives up more walks, but you better be ready to swing against Tibbetts, my point is. He's not going to give you a whole lot to possibly get you on base for free.
Here's the 0-1. High fastball, spiked foul to the left on the tennis courts. Out of play, 0-2. No tennis matches today. We had tennis matches at Winslow yesterday behind the backstop where you had to be aware. Here's the 0-2. Hit well, right center field. That'll find some open space. Hitting first is Van Ettestein, and they'll hold him to a single as Tibbetts got over there nicely to cut it off. A hard hit ball by Van Ettestein. He is a 1-out base runner for Noah Tibbetts.
That one absolutely scalded and tailed just right into that gap.
Yeah, that's not the spot Silas Tibbetts wanted to put it in.
That's a nice job, like you said, too, by the other Tibbetts, the third Tibbetts.
Yep, chance.
To cut that one off and keep it to a double
All right,
or
so
single.
we got Silas pitching. He throws a strike to Noah hitting with Chance in center field.
Right.
Lots of Tibbetts. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a Tibbetts here in Skowhegan today. Here's the 0-1. That's on the outside corner, 0-2. The one thing about Silas Tibbetts is he does not pussyfoot around. No pun intended there. He throws strikes. There are very few waste pitches. Noah Tibbetts in the hole, 0-2. He does throw that one outside, looking for a chase. Didn't get it. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, on the season in 19 innings pitched, coming into today, 4 walks for
Tibbetts.
Tibbetts.
Yeah. So he pounds the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Silas to the set. The pitch to Noah. Breaking ball. Little number off the mound. Silas makes the play, throws to first, and he is safe. It pulled the first baseman height off the bag. So Silas got over, made the play, and I am a toughie. He gets an error. A good throw, you get him. He had plenty of time.
I'm surprised he wasn't, so I'm with you.
So Van Ettestein on at second on the error by Silas Tibbetts. Noah reaches first. Here's the cleanup man, Caden Morin, with some people on base to clean up. Morin takes a strike. He is the Brewer catcher, 0-1. So Silas in a bit of a jam. Something he has not been in so far this year, very much of anyway.
Caden Morin hitting .391 on the season.
The 0-1 hit to right field. Bardwell drifting over to his left, has it in his sights, makes the catch. Tagging at third is Vanetta Steiner at second, goes to third on the throw. So a productive fly ball as Tibbetts induces the fly ball to right field, and Bardwell makes the play. 2 outs, and here is Rowan Valley, the third baseman, right-handed batter. First and third, 2 outs.
Big out for Tibbetts just from the standpoint of what Morin was hitting on the season, but more importantly now 2 outs, no ground balls, sac flies, all that.
Pitch by Tibbetts is a strike at the belt, 0-1.
And for Brewer, the offense is their strength, but these moments are big because obviously we've talked a lot about the just lack of runs that people push across against Skowhegan. You got to take advantage.
0-1 breaking ball spins outside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Rowan Valley. First and third, 2 outs. Brewer trying to avoid a squander. 1-1 curve is high. 2-1. Logan Littlefield is on deck, the second baseman, hoping to get a chance to hit. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tibbetts fires it right by him, and it's 2-2. Just reared back and let that one rip. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tibbetts, the sign from Dunlap. The 2-2 got him. And Silas Tibbetts gets out of a jam. No runs, 1 hit. There was an error and 2 big runners stranded on base. We have played a half. The score, Brewer nothing, Skowhegan coming up. This is high school baseball on The Score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
This year, your tax return could literally improve every moment of your life with a new pair of glasses or an eye exam from your friends at Kennebec Eye Care in Waterville. Even if you already own a pair, it's always a good idea to have an extra set. Keep a backup pair at home for emergencies. Leave an extra pair at work. Or how about prescription sunglasses or computer glasses? Call 872-2797 to schedule an appointment. Kennebec Eye Care, 216 Main Street in Waterville. Online at kennebeceyecare.com. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialist.
Local sports on The Score, brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, with over 40 academic degrees and certificates and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. And 2023 high school graduates can get free tuition. Just go to cmcc.edu for more information. Left-hander Anderson Clifford making his warm-up pitches. This is the lineup he'll face this afternoon for the 8-1 Skowhegan Riverhawks of Mike LeBlanc. Jackson Quinn leads off. He plays at third base. Batting second baseman Noah McMahon. Hitting third, playing shortstop, is Tyler Annis. Batting cleanup, catching today, Brendan Dunlap. Hitting fifth in left field, Quincy McRae. Batting sixth, playing right field, Cooper Bardwell. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Hunter McEwen, who's hitting for the pitcher, Silas Tibbetts. Hitting eighth and playing at first base, Jackson Height. Batting ninth and playing in center field is Chance Tibbetts. Defensively for Brewer, Andrew Hodgins in left, Nick Tozier in center, Noah Tibbetts in right. Third to first on the infield, Rowan Valley at third, Evan Netto at short, Logan Littlefield at second, Grady Van Ettestein at first, and Clifford throwing to Caden Morin. That is your Brewer defense. A little different look, obviously, with Clifford, a left-hander. We don't see that many of them. Predominantly a right-handed batting lineup for Skowhegan anyway. Trying to think of the left-handed batter in their lineup. It might be Dunlap. He might be the only one, their catcher. Here's Jackson Quinn.
On the season, Skowhegan as a team hitting .270, which isn't bad. But I think as we've seen, their offense kind of is, it seems really streaky. It seems like when one of them hits, a bunch of them will hit, but otherwise they kind of get in the lull.
Pitch to Quinn on the inside corner for a strike from Clifford. Clifford, lanky left-hander. Got a nice, fluid, easy delivery. That's popped up, and it'll make it out of play. 0-2. Clifford.
A bunch of people sprinted away from it. That's not acceptable.
No, that's not acceptable at all.
Make the catch.
We will call you out. It's 0-2. Here's the pitch. Curve outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Noah McMahon on deck.
I don't have a ton of numbers on the Brewer pitching staff specifically, but again, offense has been their strength.
1-2 breaking ball in the dirt. 2-2.
But on the season, even with the coming off the loss to Ellsworth where they lost 9-2, they're still giving up just 2.5 runs a game. I mean,
2 balls, yeah.
Small.
Still quality. 2-2 to Quinn. Popped up, right side. That's going to fade out of play. Count hangs at 2-2. Just a perfect day, just shy of 70 degrees. White puffy clouds in the sky, just a breath of a breeze. It's gorgeous. Take a lot more of these, please. Inside corner, got him looking, strike 3. And some paint there from Clifford. That was a really, really good sequence there by Clifford where he used all of his pitches and got Quinn looking. 1 up, 1 out. Here's Noah McMahon. McMahon, right-handed batting, second baseman. Even stance. Fastball for a strike, and both pitchers pounding the strike zone.
With some zip, too, might we add. McMahon third on the team with the highest batting average, 321 on the season.
The Rock, the 0-1. Low. A ball and a strike. Tyler Annis on deck.
McMahon also not bad pitching this season with a 2 ERA.
He's been very good. Clifford, the 1-1. Fastball is hit to left center. That is in for a base hit. 1 hopped out there by Tozier. A little bobble, but he gets it back in. So a 1-out single for Noah McMahon. Same thing that happened in the top of this inning where the leadoff man was retired, and the next man singled.
Didn't you say when we were at Winslow, didn't you say McMahon had himself a day the other day?
Yeah, he was 3 for 4, 4 for 5, I forget.
That's a day.
All right, here's Annis. Tyler, right-handed batting shortstop. That ball is golfed to left field. Back is Hodgins, and he makes the play. Ball hit pretty well. Pretty good ride given to it there by Annis, but Hodgins angles back and makes the play. 2 outs.
Almost similar to your point about how the second man got on. We said it was the cleanup man for Brewer, but he absolutely scalded that one to right, and you see it again there. Annis capable of having himself a day, too, by the way. 419 on the season.
Here's the left-handed batter I spoke up, Brendan Dunlap, the Skowhegan catcher, cleanup man. 2 outs, runner at first. They respect Clifford's move, being a lefty. Curve bends inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Running at first is McMahon. A ball on Dunlap. Here it is. Slide step, bounced foul.
Man,
and it's 1-1.
Clifford is lanky, but there ain't much between pitch and fire. Kind of move and go.
1 ball, 1 strike. No score. Bottom of the first, 2 outs. Skowhegan and Brewer. Clifford to the set. 1-1. Fastball missed. 2-1. On deck man is Quincy McCray. 2-1. Clifford fires, got in on his hands, and it's popped up to the first baseman, Venetestein, in foul ground, and that is the end of that. So the pitchers certainly in control here in the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left for Skowhegan. 1 done here in Skowhegan. No score between the Riverhawks and the Witches. We are back after this on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu. Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our Score production crew back here live at Memorial Field in Skowhegan. As we go to the second, no score. Local sports on the Score, brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville. The dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Find them online, cmautogroup.com. All right, here we go to the second. 6, 7, and 8 for the Brewer Witches. Logan Littlefield, Anderson Clifford, Andrew Hodgins to face Silas Tibbetts. Gave up a hit to Benetta Stein in the first, and that was it. Retired the side after that. After getting the first out on a comebacker. That's in their first strike. Got the inside corner, 0-1.
I did want to say these two teams obviously also matching up on the softball diamond today.
Yep.
We're also 1-2.
Yes, in the latest teal points. That's wide. Yeah, two great matchups. We flipped a coin on which one to do, believe me. I've already heard from softball people on it. That's in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. We'll get those Skowhegan softball girls on Monday. They're playing at Mount Blue. Granted, it's not a 1-2 matchup, but we'll have Skowhegan softball Monday from Farmington at 4.
Look, if everybody makes a deep playoff run, we'll be there.
We'll be there. Hit high into the air in short right field. Second baseman Anderson able to get back and corral it. 1 out. 1 up, 1 out. Here is Anderson Clifford, the pitcher. Left-handed thrower, right-handed hitter.
Interesting. Who was we were just talking about this the other day. Who was the one you found out that was it pitch left but did everything else right? When we were just talking
Ken Griffey Jr.
That's what it was.
That's the one that really baffled me. Strike 1. Junior plays baseball, of course, played baseball, threw left, batted left. Saw an interview with him the other day. Everything else in his life, right-handed or right-footed.
That's crazy.
Swing and a miss on a ball outside, 0-2.
You'd think if you hit 660 home runs left-handed, the left hand would kind of rule your life.
Yeah, well, I know. And he had one of the great arms of his time, too. That ball is skied to right, down the line, first baseman over, and unable to make the play was Height, so it's just a foul ball.
Height seemed uncomfortable tracking that one down.
Yeah, well, there's a kind of a change in grade.
That's true. Yeah, you can
there
see
a little bit, and I can see that. And the ball wasn't hit really high either.
And let's be fair. Right here behind home plate, we both found the divot.
Yeah, I mean, I stepped in a drainage pipe or whatever, almost went down. That'll buckle your knees. Curveball, that also will buckle your knees, but it's outside. 1-2 to Anderson Clifford. Andrew Hodgins is on deck.
Thankfully you didn't, because the last thing I need is another story like you in the Meso press box.
Right. We don't need any more of that. That is low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, where I pretty much knocked myself out one night.
Did get through the game. Played hurt.
Low bridge. Yeah, I literally cut my head open on that.
Ugh.
Fouled back just off the end of the bat. 2-2. And that happened a few years ago where I hit my head on the low bridge on the way up, knocked myself out, blood on my head. Next game I showed up, Chad Foy had a football helmet waiting for me. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Quick work of Clifford. He's gone. That's the second strikeout for Silas Tibbetts. 2 outs. Here's Hodgins, the left fielder. Hodgins digging in there against Silas Tibbetts, looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Bends him back, ball 1. Hodgins, a little guy.
I was going to say, normally Mr. Violet's favorite phrases is built like a blade of grass.
He is.
Yes.
Or built like a 9-iron. One of the two. And I stole those high from the late, great Red Sox broadcaster Ned Martin. Those were 2 of his favorites. Built like a blade of grass and built like a 9-iron. They're both great. They are not originals.
Well, kudo to you for giving credit where credit is deserved.
The 2-0. In first strike, 2-1. Small strike zone for sure for Andrew Hodgins. It's about, that big. The 2-1. Missed. 3-1. On deck is Nick Tozier, center fielder, number 9 man. So Hodgins with a count his way here. 3-1.
Green light. He's going to unload on one.
We'll see. Here it is. Well, he unloaded a little bounce at a first. Right there, his height tags the bag. It is a 1-2-3 inning for Silas Tibbetts, and we go to the bottom of the second. No score between Skowhegan and Brewer. This is high school baseball on The Score.
For excavation in the greater Skowhegan-Waterville area, call P.J. Diggs. Septic systems installed, new or replacement. New driveways, foundation holes, full house lots. If it's dirt, they do it all. Need gravel, sand, or crushed aggregate for your project? Call P.J. Diggs. They have all the materials you need ready for delivery. Spring is here, and it's time to start digging into your project. For a free quote, call P.J. Diggs, 431-4299. The Excavation Pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Family and veteran-owned. P.J. Diggs, 431-4299.
I came for a visit, and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
We go to the bottom of the second inning, and it will be 5, 6, and 7 for Skowhegan. It's Quincy McCrae, Cooper Bardwell, and Hunter McEwen against Anderson Clifford, who, like his counterpart, Noah Tibbetts, or Silas Tibbetts, excuse me, got my Tibbetts all confused, and there's plenty to get confused. Like Silas Tibbetts, he gave up 1 hit with 1 out, then retired the side in order. And so here we go with Quincy McCrae, another member of we got a lot of state champions in this game. We've got members of the Skowhegan football championship team on the Riverhawks, and of course members of the Brewer basketball team that won the state championship for the Witches.
Thanks to our producer Ryan, got a couple stats here. Clifford has not pitched a ton this season, just 2 games, 7 innings, 3 ERA.
Wow. So they haven't used him much. That's high and wide. He's got good stuff. At least has through an inning anyway. That one's high to McCrae. Quincy, right-handed batter, wicked open stance. That's on the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's really got a fluid delivery and good movement on his fastball. 1-1. Bouncer, shortstop. Neto to his right. Scoops, fires, got him.
Routine is routine.
We got 2 really good shortstops here today. 6-3 in Neto and Tyler Annis. Some good shortstop play. 1 up, 1 out. Here's Bardwell. Cooper, as you said, since we announced his birthday a couple of weeks ago, he's been en fuego, baby.
Yeah, 375 on the season.
Left-handed batter, 1 of 2 in the Skowhegan lineup. Cooper batting from the left side, takes a curveball outside, ball 1. Hunter McEwen, the DH, on deck. 1 ball on Bardwell. Held back, but it's in there anyway on the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike.
These pitchers do not waste. They do not waste without purpose.
Even their balls are really close to the strike zone. Curveball. What a beauty, 1 and 2. Wow. That'll buckle your knees and make you ask for your mother.
That was, wow.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the rock, here's the pitch. Fastball got him, blew him away. That was easy pickings there for Anderson Clifford. His second strikeout. 2 outs, here's McEwen.
Now, something Mr. Violet and I, Miss Mike and I say to each other every time we sit down for a baseball, softball game. I just do it jokingly now because we have for the most part. I say, I think we're in for a pitching duel. I
believe you are correct, sir. You know this game. 2 outs, nobody on for McEwen. Right-handed hitting DH. Curveball, fades low. No balls, 1 strike. Time called. Jay Dangler's going to do some housekeeping. Dangler will be one of the best umpires we see all season.
That's high praise.
I'm just going to leave it at that.
What do you think Morin was talking to Clifford about?
I honestly couldn't tell you. There's been absolutely nothing I'd want to talk to my pitcher about so far in this game if I were a catcher. Keep doing what you're doing, kid. That's popped up. It is in foul ground. Oh, what a play by Grady Venetestein. That is a Kennebec Eye Care highlight of the game. Venetestein encountered the same slope that Jackson Height did, and as he was falling down, he reached back to his left and made the catch. Put a star beside that one for sure. Kennebec Eye Care for all your eye care needs. Kennebec Eye Care, your site specialist. 2 done here in Skowhegan. It's Skowhegan nothing, Brewer nothing. This is high school baseball on The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone and Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone and Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone and Stove in Oakland.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here live at Memorial Field in Skowhegan. What a fantastic play by Grady Venetestein to finish the second.
There you see the pop-up. And then you get to see the incline we were talking about there, but look at this adjustment. Whew!
Life is all about adjustments, and Grady Venetestein made a beautiful one there. All right, to the third we go.
That might be the highlight of the year.
Could be. It's in the running. You know, after the end of the season, we're going to have our end of the season award show with our Kennebec Eye Care highlights of the season.
We did see the first base the pitcher put out yesterday when Kirion was on his back as the first baseman.
Nick Tozier to lead it off. Only man who hasn't hit yet for Brewer takes strike one. Through 2, just 1 hit allowed by Silas Tibbetts. That was a 1-out single to Venetestein. Here it is. Hit to right field. Coming in is Bardwell, and he can't get it. He's on a hop. Makes a throw to first. It is too late. So a little Texas leaguer single, and Tozier is in there. Second hit allowed by Tibbetts. Lead man on. Here's Evan Neto. Neto, 1 hopper back to the box. Nice stab. That was also a Kennebec Eye Care highlight of the game in the first inning. Nice stab by Silas Tibbetts.
Let me just say, coming in 19 innings of work for Tibbetts this season, 6 total hits. Brewers got 2 already in the third.
Doesn't give up many. Lead at first by Tozier. It's modest. And showing bunt is Neto, and he takes ball 1.
Now I'm going to ask, but in a game like this with these pitching staffs, I'm going to guess you're okay with that.
Runs at a premium. You're going to play some little baseball. I'm not sure I'd do it with my leadoff guy.
That's fair.
If this were Tozier with a man on, I might bunt. Swing and a miss there. I just hate to do it until you have to do it.
Right.
You know, if you're trying to tie a game up in the bottom of the 7th inning and there's a runner on first or second, you want to move him over. Now you're giving a guy up here, and Neto clearly is not a great bunter because he's missed twice. It's 1 and 2. You're giving a guy up here at the top of your lineup.
And
he's batting leadoff for a reason because he can either hit or get on base.
333 on the season.
He's in the hole here 1 and 2. He's in the hole here 1 and 3, and basically gave up the at-bat because he was trying to bunt.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too, because a productive ground out will still move the runner over, and there's always a chance the defense misplays it.
Right, he obviously makes contact. Anyway, we move on from that. Here's Grady Venetestein, who singled to right his first time. Made good contact. High fastball. Ball 1. The runner at first is Tozier. 1 ball, no strikes.
Just to encapsulate, talked a lot about the pitching stats, but as a team, Skowhegan gives up, I think it's like 1.7 runs a game.
That's high, 2-0.
1.6, excuse me.
2 balls, no strikes to Grady Venetestein, who made a fantastic play on a pop-up in foul ground to end the second. Hard ground ball through into right field. Height could not dive for it. Hitting second is Tozier. He is all the way to third, and Bardwell gets it in, and it's a double for Grady Van Edestein. He's 2 for 2 runners on second and third with 1 out.
Again, this matchup is sort of the immovable object versus the unstoppable force because Skowhegan's pitching staff has been elite. Brewers had one of the best offenses in the state, and so one of those things has to come to a head. Tibbetts on the season given up 6 hits in 19 innings. He's given up 3 today.
That is fouled. Noah Tibbetts, the right fielder, 0-1 on Noah. Second and third, infield in for Skowhegan. Curve is in there, bent in nicely. A beauty by Silas Tibbetts. 0-2. Noah reached on an error by the pitcher, Silas Tibbetts, a throwing error. Fielded his little ground ball, and the throw was wide. Knocked him off the plate. Did it hit him? It did. Ooh. So Silas Tibbetts loads him up on a single, a double, and a hit batsman, and Caden Morin with a chance now to put Brewer in front. Morin today has flied to right. 1 out, and they're loaded. Silas Tibbetts in a jam for one of the few times this year. Here's the pitch. Curveball for a strike. 3 strikeouts thus far for Tibbetts. He's had 1 in each inning, and he would love to get 1 here. Keep the ball out of play. 0-1 to Morin. In the dirt. A ball and a strike. Rowan Valley on deck. Brewer with a threat. The infield in at the corners. They're at double play depth now. That's second and short. It's in there for a strike. 1-2. Right on the black. A ball and 2 strikes.
So advantageous having a pitcher like Tibbetts because, he's so aggressive. He can get him K'd, but he's going to have such good stuff. You can still get the double play out of it.
The 1-2 spiked foul to the right.
Good turnout today.
Absolutely. I'm sure there's a great crowd over on the other side of the river, too, at the softball game. Here's the 1-2. Got him! Called strike 3, got him looking. Big strikeout there by Silas Tibbetts. 2 outs, his 4th strikeout. And here is Rowan Valley, who was his first strikeout victim, swinging to end the first. Now they back up at the corners. That's low. A ball and no strikes on Rowan Valley. Open stance for the third baseman. Swing and a miss. Challenged him there with a fastball in. He missed it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Big moment because you wonder how many times Brewer's really going to get batters in these positions.
Pitch by Tibbetts on the outside corner, strike 2. So he's a strike away from getting out of a jam. Tibbetts right back on the rubber. Dunlap with the sign. The set. The pitch, he got him, strike 3. And Tibbetts fans the side. He loaded the bases in the midst of all of it, and he comes back and strikes out the side. 3 strikeouts in the inning, 5 in the ball game, and we go to the bottom of the third. It's Skowhegan 0, Brewer 0. It's high school baseball on the score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. Our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
And we thank Hammond Lumber Company, our live stream sponsor. They do sponsor our live stream on the audio side. And the video side, Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. They are your building project partner. And they're online at hammondlumber.com. A magnificent job getting out of a jam by Silas Tibbetts. And it's 8-9-1 for Skowhegan here in the third against Anderson Clifford, Jackson Height, Chance Tibbetts, and then the top of the order, Jackson Quinn.
Yeah, Tibbetts not just one, but 2 strikeouts with the bases loaded.
And 5 in the game. 2 strikeouts so far for Clifford. Yes. Giving up just 1 hit. And Height ready to face him. Right-handed batting first baseman. Hit well to center field. Tozier over to his left, and he makes the catch in the alley. Hit pretty well by Height.
Yeah, Tozier covered a lot of ground in a hurry.
Good center fielder. These are 2 really good defensive teams. 1 up, 1 out. Here's Tibbetts' chance. Left-handed batter. Good guy at the bottom of the order. Good speed, makes contact.
Yeah, really good number 9. He seems like a guy that sort of double set up the table type thing.
Lefty on lefty here. 3 batters left-handed in the Skowhegan lineup. Curve misses.
That's a good pitch.
Not by much. 1 ball, no strikes. Even their misses, these 2 pitchers are close.
Yeah.
The 1-0. That's high. 2-0.
And like you said, too, the other thing is it's not just that the 2 guys on the mound are so great. The defense behind them is solid, especially in the outfield.
The 2-0. Fades low and away. 3-0.
As he losing the batter here, would like to shout out both shortstops as well. Obviously, we talk a lot about Annis, but
Neto and Annis
is good.
3-0. Missed. 4-pitch walk for Tibbetts. Take that from your number 9 guy.
Any day of the week.
Top of the order, Quinn. Jackson struck out looking his first time.
And that's going to be big for Brewer. Yeah, you know, this Skowhegan offense gets really streaky, so don't do them any favors because they'll have their challenges at times.
All right, Clifford ready to throw to Quinn. Tibbetts can run. And what was that? Was that a balk?
No, Quinn. Oh,
That's
it was a balk.
Yep. Okay. So he balks him to second.
Wow. How many of those have you seen in your life?
Not like that, that's for sure. You don't see many of those. So no pitch and a balk gets Tibbetts to second. And that's in the dirt. Boxed around out of the catcher's box. More on the throw wide, and getting into third is Tibbetts, and that actually hit the batter. Or did it?
He's taken off.
All right.
Clifford, I think, is royally confused.
If that hit the batter, how can the runner advance? Yeah, he's got to go back. Okay. So the runner has to go back to second. So a hit batsman, and Quinn gets first. So that was no play at third. Quinn retreats, or excuse me, Tibbetts retreats back to second. So first and second with 1 out for McMahon. Fastball for a strike. So each pitcher has gotten into a jam in the third.
Yeah, this is a tough spot for Anderson. McMahon, 321. Annis behind him on deck, 419.
The set by Clifford. Here's the 1-strike pitch. Looped into right field. Tibbetts comes in. Noah makes the catch. And everybody stays where they are. So McMahon with a fly to right. 2 outs. And here's Annis. Tyler, fly to left his first time. Gave it a pretty good ride, but fly to left. 2 on, 2 out. Clifford to the stretch. Pitch to Annis. Curveball is down and in, ball 1. Monday, we're in Farmington. Skowhegan softball at Mount Blue. Game time, 4 o'clock. Audio and video coverage, 1160thescore.com and centralmainsports.com. 1-0 high, 2-0.
It's almost, these innings have almost been mirrors of each other for
I
these
know.
2 teams.
It's
weird.
freaky. 2 balls, no strikes. Clifford sets. Deals off the hands, ground ball, well placed. Third baseman Valley boxes it around. Everybody is safe. That's a base hit. So Annis, an infield hit. And all hands are safe. They are loaded now for Brendan Dunlap. Brendan fouled to the first baseman. That was that terrific play by Van Ettestein.
Little conversation on the mound here real quick with the defense. That's a tough play. I mean, like you said, we scored it as a hit for a reason.
Yep, jam job right off the fists.
That's sometimes you don't get to hit in 419. Sometimes you hit that well.
Yep.
Sometimes it's just luck.
Yep, well,
occasionally.
bleeders do factor in. All right, the set. Clifford goes from the stretch where the base is loaded, misses down and in, ball one, which I always wondered about with pitches, why you wouldn't go from the full wind where the base is loaded. But
nobody's stealing home.
Nobody's stealing home. That's right in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. I never pitched, but I would not like pitching from the stretch as opposed to the full windup.
Right.
1 ball, 1 strike. Dunlap, the Skowhegan catcher. Outside, a curveball fades. 2 balls, 1 strike. McCray on deck, hoping to get a chance to hit, because if he does, it means his team's going to take the lead. The set by Clifford. The 2-1 with the bases loaded. It's outside, nowhere to put him. And Clifford has gone to 3-1 on the left-handed batting Dunlap. Bourne with a sign to the set. The 3-1. In there and hit well to right field. Back is Tibbetts. And he makes the catch.
What a snag.
What? Noah Tibbetts all the way back to the wall with, guess what, a Kennebec Eye Care highlight of the game. Kennebec Eye Care for all your eye care needs. So Brenton Dunlap gave it a ride, and Tibbetts ran it down, and Skowhegan leaves them loaded. We have played 3 fulls. The score, Brewer nothing, Skowhegan nothing. It's high school baseball on the score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
This year, your tax return could literally improve every moment of your life with a new pair of glasses or an eye exam from your friends at Kennebec Eye Care in Waterville. Even if you already own a pair, it's always a good idea to have an extra set. Keep a backup pair at home for emergencies. Leave an extra pair at work. Or how about prescription sunglasses or computer glasses? Call 872-2797 to schedule an appointment. Kennebec Eye Care, 216 Main Street in Waterville. Online at kennebeceyecare.com. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists.
Well, we've certainly had our share of Kennebec Eye Care highlights of the game today. The last one by Noah Tibbetts on a drive to right by Dunlap, made even more important by the fact that the bases were loaded and he made the catch. And so we go to the 4th inning scoreless. Stranded runners, 4 so far for the Skowhegan Riverhawks. And for Brewer here, 5 for the Skowhegan Riverhawks. For Brewer here, it is 6, 7, and 8 against Tibbetts, who has stranded 4 of his own.
And in the weird mirror images of these teams, for whatever reason today, both getting those bases loaded, both pitchers getting out.
Spiked foul, 0-2.
The 4 batters left on base for Skowhegan have all been left by Dunlap to close the inning, and the 5 left for Brewer have all been left by Valley.
Wow. What are the chances?
It's so, they've been, that's how good these teams are.
Curveball is a number out front. Tibbetts off the mound. Fields fires, got him. Good strong throw, 1 out.
Yeah, nice play, too, having a short-term memory after picking up the air early.
Yep. Got to block it out. 1 out. Here's Clifford. Anderson struck out swinging his first time. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error for Brewer. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for Skowhegan. Line score brought to you by Mid-State Machine. That's it to right. Bardwell drifting in a couple of steps. Can of corn, 2 outs. Here's Hodgins. Grounded to first unassisted his first time. Tippett's looking for a much easier inning than the last.
I was going to say, it was a stressful inning last one. We'll see if Clifford can do the same if Tibbetts gets out of this. But, man, everyone was excited about this. You could hear there was a buzz as they were warming up, getting ready for this, and it's lived up thus far.
Pitch to Hodgins. High and outside, ball 1. Andrew, again out first base unassisted.
Also, you can tell, too, that this game is starting to see just more fans smattering about.
That's a strike. 1-1. Tozier, the number 9 man on deck.
Which is worth noting. If you know anybody and you're listening or watching, make sure you let them know they can listen and watch, even archive later down in the vault.
High, 2-1. CentralMainSports.com, 1160thescore.com. 2 places.
And see where we're going to be next and in the future.
Yeah, and the vault is at CentralMainSports.com. That's a strike. 2-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Tibbetts looking for a 1-2-3 inning. There it is, an easy chair of an inning for Silas Tibbetts as he gets Hodgins on a called third strike. Nothing across. 6 strikeouts total now for Tibbetts. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's Brewer nothing, Skowhegan nothing. You're listening and watching high school baseball on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu. Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
Mike Violet, A.J. Knight, Andy Capwell, Ryan Bell, the whole team of Score production crew here at Memorial Field in Skowhegan on an absolutely perfect day for baseball. And we've got a great pitching matchup here between Anderson Clifford and Silas Tibbetts. Anderson Clifford ready to face this Skowhegan order now with McCray, Bardwell, and McEwen.
Worth noting, too, neither of these pitchers are the number 1s for their teams. Just want to say.
Well, you'd have a hard time convincing the other side of that here today.
Right.
McCray grounded to short his first time. That's a strike. Quincy, right-handed batting left fielder.
See if Clifford matches Tibbetts again. These teams have almost been mirrors today.
It's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. Has to be. That's fouled.
That's what the top of the 4th told me. This is your second game today. Let's hear the scouting report on the first one.
I went to a Lawrence 7th grade game today. Got some relatives playing in that one. Grounder, and that's a fair ball. Hitting first is McCray. He can run, but he's going to hold up. Getting it in really quickly was Hodgins. Definitely a fair ball, but just a single for Quincy.
Yeah, it's a tough play there for Valley. He looked like he was playing a bounce, and then it just, I don't know if it caught something, just rolled right under his glove.
It did skip a little bit on that last hop. So lead man on for Bardwell. Skowhegan looking for a run for Silas Tibbetts.
I petition we don't call him Cooper Bardwell. I petition we call him Birthday Bardwell.
High, showed bunt, pulled back on it. 1 ball, no strikes. I'll leave it up to him.
That's fair.
1 ball, no strikes on Bardwell. McCray, who really can run it first. Shouldn't take much of a bunt to move him over. Sprinting in Vanetta Stein, and the bunt is fouled back to field a possible bunt there. He was breathing right down the throat of Bardwell. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Bardwell had gum in his pocket. I think that he took off with some of it.
That's what Keith Hernandez used to do back in the day with the Mets. Run in like that, get within 10 or 15 feet. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stays back this time. The bunt is popped up, and it's caught by the catcher, Morin. Throw to first. Got him! A double play on a bunt pop-up, and McCray caught off first base. Wow.
I believe we now need to petition this is where your rant kicks in.
Well, I get it. It's a game of great pitchers. I understand that. That is a strike to Hunter McEwen, who fouled to first his first time. So a double play there. 2-3 on the out at first after the foul pop-up was caught, or the pop-up was caught on the bunt. There's a ground ball to third. Valley throws to first, and only 3 batters faced by Anderson Clifford, despite giving up the leadoff single. He gets the double play on the bunt pop-up that was caught, then the throw out at first, and then a ground ball to third base, and that's it for Skowhegan in the 4th inning. We have finished 4. The score? No score. It's Skowhegan nothing and Brewer nothing. It's high school baseball on the Score.
For excavation in the greater Skowhegan Waterville area, call PJ Diggs. Septic systems installed, new or replacement. New driveways, foundation holes, full house lots. If it's dirt, they do it all. Need gravel, sand, or crushed aggregate for your project? Call PJ Diggs. They have all the materials you need ready for delivery. Spring is here, and it's time to start digging into your project. For a free quote, call PJ Diggs 431-4299. The Excavation Pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Family and veteran-owned. PJ Diggs, 431-4299.
I came for a visit, and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Pitching has ruled the day today here in Skowhegan. We have already finished 4. Each pitcher pitching a shutout. Silas Tibbetts has allowed 3 hits through the first 4 and ready to face Nick Tozier, who's got 1 of them. Single to right. That's a strike. Tibbetts got out of a bases-loaded jam in the 3rd. Ended up striking up the side, wrapping it around a base hit, a hit batsman, and another base hit. That's low all the way to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Then he fanned Morin and Valley to get out of the inning. Had a 1-2-3 inning last inning. Tozier with a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Again, the repeating themselves. It was a 1-2-3 inning, and for Brewer as well. It was just a more spectacular fashion getting Skowhegan out in the bottom of the 4th.
The 1-2. Low and away. 2-2. Evan Netto, the shortstop, is on deck, and the leadoff man. Across the river, it's Brewer 3, Skowhegan 1, and softball in the 4th.
And the 1-2 battle there, too.
Outside. Full count now on Tozier. He thought it was ball 4. That was simply an accident there.
Look,
he wasn't trying to show up the umpire.
Look, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's what Derek Jeter said.
I think he just thought it was ball 4, not one of those trying to get the call things. That is looped into right, and it's caught by the right fielder, Bardwell. Another little Texas leaguer, but caught this time. 1 up, 1 out, and here's Netto, the shortstop. He has hit back to the pitcher and been called out on strikes.
And that's to your point, because remember, the Netto strikeout, he tried to bunt twice, basically gave up 2 strikes and then swung, and then we just saw the pop-up double play.
And if you're Quincy McCray, cannot get caught off base like that. You had plenty of time to get back. Strike 1.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a quick catch. It
It
didn't get up high.
No,
But
it's not like it was just a BB of a line drive at someone.
Yeah.
But you can't get picked off there. Wide, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Tozier led the inning off flying to right. Here's Netto with a 1-1 count. Van Stein to follow. Van Stein's been trouble today. 2 hits. The pitch by Tibbetts. Foul tipped into the mitt. 1-2.
just so good. I think both these pitchers, again, even like you said, when they miss, they don't miss by much, and they're going to pound the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball bounced foul. Yes, in the dirt. Count stays at 1-2. A Game 7 tomorrow at the Garden on Mother's Day. You and Mom watching basketball just the way it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
Celtics and Sixers at 3:30 tomorrow on ABC.
I feel good about the Celtics' chances, too, so nobody's Mother's Days will be ruined.
Curveball spiked foul to the right. And I heard or saw on Twitter on the way up that ABC decided to make a change. They dropped Mark Jones and Doris Burke from the coverage, and they're bringing out the A-team. Mike Breen, Jeff Van Gundy, and Mark Jackson. Bouncing to short, or to second, I should say. Anderson over to first, 2 outs.
Nice.
There's a lot of fans happy about that because, boy, there was a lot of chatter in Twitterverse on Friday night, and a lot of pictures that I saw of Doris Burke wearing a Philadelphia 76ers uniform with a headset on. And I have to admit, I'm always one to give the announcers the benefit of the doubt, but man, they were grating Friday night.
My dad called me. I talked to my dad on Friday night for a couple hours just to catch up with him. The first thing he told me about is, man, I can't stand Doris Burke.
All right, if AJ's old man, look at that bunt. That's going to be a base hit. And Vanetta Stein is 3 for 3. I love the bunt. I love the bunt. A bunt base hit.
Well, I think that your point would be if you can do it, that's different than being put in a position where you're asked to do it.
That's a situation right there where I think it's a nice job by Vanetta Stein. Looking where the defense was set up, he's a left-handed batter, all kinds of room down the third base line. The grass is high. Go ahead, and it worked, especially in a game where base runners are at a premium. That's a strike. This guy's not going to give up many today. All right, so Silas Tibbetts facing Noah today, and Noah has reached on an error by Silas and then been hit by a pitch. Another left-handed batter. 2 outs, runner at first. High. 1 ball, 1 strike.
But yes, that's the first thing my father said to me. Before we
I love your old
actually
man.
talking
I've never met him.
He's a good dude.
Damn Mark Jones. Damn Doris Burke. Swing and a miss. The throw to second there in plenty of time, but he beat it. Did he slide around it? He must have.
I missed with the throw, but I think that's what happened because his left, I think he kind of pulled up.
Well, he might have pulled the swim move there, but we had the plate umpire and the catcher literally right in our sight line, so I couldn't see it. So a stolen base for Vanetta Stein. The ball beat him there easily.
Yeah, what you said, I thought he was out by a mile.
1 ball, 1 strike. I thought for sure. I was ready to write down caught stealing. Foul tipped. I did not move a muscle.
Did not flinch.
1 ball, 2 strikes, because if that fence wasn't there, I would have got that right in the breadbasket.
Yeah, but that would have been your instincts kicking in, right? You got to knock it down.
I would have had stitches imprinted on my chest of that baseball.
True.
That ball is hit to second. Ranging over to his right is McMahon, makes the play, and Tibbetts able to wiggle out of a mini jam there, getting a ground ball. So no runs, 1 hit. That bunt base hit. We had a stolen base, 1 man left on, no errors in the inning. We go to the 6th inning. Still scoreless in this one. The score, Brewer nothing, Skowhegan nothing. It's high school baseball on the Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights back here in this rapidly moving pitchers duel. We've already made it to the 6th inning. We are 59 minutes into
bottom
this
5.
game. 5th inning. That's right. Are we top 5?
Bottom
We're
5.
bottom 5. All right.
Bottom 5.
So still, we've made it through 4.5. We are 59 minutes into this one, which reminds me you are listening and watching The Score, Sports Radio 1160, WSKW, Skowhegan, Waterville, Augusta. The place for local sports, all brought to you by Central Maine Community College, and we are ready to go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And Jackson Heights.
I mean, I feel good saying this out loud. You'll tell me if I'm crazy. I mean, people today are watching what is potentially a region championship matchup.
Oh, yes. If the season were to end today, we'd have Skowhegan at 1, Brewer at 2. And you would think a reasonable shot to have that happen. Height will lead it off. Jackson's fly to right in his only plate appearance.
He gave that one a ride, too. Outfields have been spectacular today, specifically. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from the rest of the defense, but outfields especially.
Strike one.
Big bender. What do you think? Philly go out the same way we saw the
I
Suns
have a
and
feeling,
Warriors?
that the Celtics are
By
going to put
30?
the wood to them tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Doc Rivers has lost as a coach more Game 7s than any coach in NBA history.
Yeah, what did they say? Game 6s and 7s? He's like...
Yeah. Ground ball to second. Littlefield right there. Throws to first. 1 out.
Nice job off the hop. He's like, was it 9 and 32 or something? It's like atrocious.
Yeah, I don't know what the numbers are, but I do know that they're not very good. And Doc, after he left the Celtics, that run with the Clippers, there was a lot of losses late in playoff series with the Clippers.
Yes. Well, don't forget he had him with Orlando before he came to Boston, too.
Whoops. Tibbetts looking a bunt, and he got one head high there instead. 1 ball, no strikes. And he walked his first time, made it to second on a balk, then eventually hit third, and was stranded there. 1 out. Chance, the center fielder. Takes one high. 2-0. On deck, top of the order, Jackson Quinn. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Skowhegan. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for Brewer. That's a ball. 3-0. Time called. Morin's going to the mound. Clifford, I don't believe, has walked anybody.
Yeah, no, you just said Tibbetts. Tibbetts is the only one he's walked. 2 Ks, 1 walk, 1 hit batter.
Oh, yeah,
walk.
you're right. I missed that one, writing it
You
down.
were looking right by
Yep.
him.
So Tibbetts 1 walk, and he is 1 ball away from doing that again.
And again, it's worth noting, Clifford has not pitched a ton this season. 2 appearances, 7 total innings.
Here's the pitch. Missed. He lost him again. 2 walks in the game, both to Chance Tibbetts.
Something about Tibbetts.
And let's see if Mike LeBlanc turns Tibbetts loose with Quinn up there. Jackson today, caught looking, hit by a pitch.
This is the big part of the lineup for Clifford as he goes through. This is the start of his 3rd time through the Skowhegan batting lineup.
Anderson Clifford to the set. The lefty deals. Low ground ball foul. 0-1 on Quinn. Chance Tibbetts at first. Modest lead. That move is really, did he hurt himself going back to the bag? Tibbetts went back to the bag because he can't read Clifford's move. He fell down. I think he jammed his foot, but he seems to be okay. 1 ball, 1 strike on Quinn.
The other thing, too, as you noted earlier,
hard ground ball. That's foul.
Clifford really smooth to the plate, too. There's not a lot of extra movement in his motion.
Very compact delivery. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 5th, there's no score between Skowhegan and Brewer. Noah McMahon on deck. Clifford's only given up 2 hits. More in the sign. The set. The deal. Swing and a miss. He got him. Runner goes. The throw not in time. So a steal by Chance Tibbetts. No strike him out, throw him out, just to strike him out. Quinn is gone. That's the 3rd strikeout for Clifford. Here's McMahon with a runner in scoring position. Noah today has singled to left and fly to right. Big spot in this game with a runner in scoring position. That one is in there for a strike. Gets the outside corner. 0-1. Clifford to the set. Tibbetts leads. Pitch is a strike. On the inside corner, 0-2.
Good pitching.
Clifford trying to get out of a mini jam here. Lefty sets. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. May have gotten a piece. Strike three. Gets out of the inning. 2 Ks in the inning. And that's 4 now in the ball game. Strands the potential go-ahead run at second base. Now we are through 5 and headed to the 6th inning. The score is Skowhegan 0, Brewer 0. It's high school baseball on the score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Silas Tibbetts dealing in this one, 5 scoreless innings. He's given up 4 hits. Stranded the bases loaded in 1 inning. And Tibbetts, who struck off the side in the 3rd, has fanned 6 so far. And he is ready to face 4, 5, and 6 here. For the Brewer Witches, it'll be Caden Moore and Rowan Valley and Logan Littlefield.
Credit to Brewer again. Tibbetts coming into today, 6 total hits given up in 19 innings. They've got 4 off of him. But you knew it was going to be a tough test. This was a game that was probably going to be 1-0, 2-1, something like that.
Somebody looking to just scratch a run across. The deal by Tibbetts is a strike, 0-1. This is as well a pitched game by both sides as we've seen this year. We saw Jacob Love just mow down Erskine Academy for Mesolonsky. But that was one-sided. Spike foul to the right. By the way, the other day, Jacob Love closed the game for Skowhegan. Needed 7 outs to close the game to win it. Got all 7 outs by strikeout. He fanned 7 in a row. We saw him out in South China deal, and he kept dealing against Bangor. And I'm telling you, he's the most dominant high school pitcher I've seen in several years. That's wide.
I believe then by that count, right, that would be 9 1/3 innings and 22 strikeouts.
Oh, yeah, he's just been dominant.
With a win and a save.
Yep. The 1-2 is outside. Yeah, Mesolonsky held on, beat Bangor 5-4. Big win for the Eagles. A lot of heel points.
That team is good. Well, that's the thing we've seen, too. Skowhegan is really...
The 2-2 hit well. Deep to left field. McCray, though, back there, and he makes the catch. I thought that had a shot. And I think Morin did, too. He kind of put his hands up in disgust. A loud out, but an out nonetheless. And here's Rowan Valley.
Very loud out. That was almost a souvenir. There's a bunch of fans over there in left.
Valley has fanned twice, both swinging. That's the best contact on Tibbetts today.
Tibbetts has given up a home run on the season. Just one.
Oh, my goodness.
I know, right? 6 hits, one of them was a homer.
1 ball, no strikes. He misses there. 1 out, top of the 6th. Strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike.
To your point about Love, Skowhegan, we talk about how great their staff is. They've had 4 pitchers, 2 starters, 2 relievers. And technically it's 1 middle relief and 1 closer.
Yeah, they just haven't had to go to like anybody to mop up, swing and a miss, or pitch a game in long relief, 1 and 2, because their starters have been so dominant.
Yeah. And that's my point with Love, the way he's dealing. Meso needs about 2 other arms, and I think they can make it through.
1-2 outside. 2 and 2. On deck is Littlefield. He's 0 for 2. There's a lot of guys who are 0 for 2 today.
Yes. Actually, most of them, because Van Destein's 3 for 3.
Here's the 2-2. Popped up. That'll make it foul. And out of play. Count stays at 2 and 2.
The Meso, I mean, they're across the board having a really good season, just spring sports.
Oh, yeah, really good. Waved at and missed strike 3. Not even close there by Valley. He's fan swinging 3 times. Yeah, we were talking about that with Chad Foy, the AD, the other night, about the success of Mesolonsky in spring sports and how it keeps an athletic director busy.
Well, yeah, because the night we were on campus for that softball game.
Every game that you could play was being played. We had lacrosse, we had softball, we had baseball, we had, track and field,
Tennis.
2 outs, here's Littlefield. Littlefield today has popped to second and grounded back to the pitcher. Takes ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on the Brewer second baseman. The 1-0. Wide.
I just want to know, we talked about putting the star next to the web gem from Van Vanestein over on from the first base foul line,
all the way to the backstop for a ball, and it's 3-0.
Same thing with Brewer, I think, in the third. They had the bases loaded with 1 out. It said then, and how many chances are you really going to get to put runners in these positions, especially against Tibbetts?
Let's see if Littlefield's taken here all the way. I have a feeling he is. The 3-0 from Tibbetts in their first strike, 3-1. On deck, Clifford. Hoping to get a chance to hit with a runner on. 3-1. No score. We're in the top of the 6th, Brewer and Skowhegan. Swing and a miss. Reared back and fired it by him, 3-2.
That was the exact
that may be
same
the
spot.
Best fastball Tibbetts has thrown today.
Yeah.
Silas ready. Here's the full count pitch. Missed ball 4, lost him. And so a walk issued with 2 outs. Littlefield has first base.
First walk of the day for Tibbetts.
First walk issued by Tibbetts. He has fanned 6, 7 with the one here in the 7th inning. And here's Clifford. Clifford has struck out, fly to right. Let's see if they do anything with Littlefield at first base. Nothing there, fouled off. 0-1.
And Littlefield taking almost no lead. Because I think Skowhegan gave them an example. You don't want to get caught. I mean, it wasn't a pickoff, but you don't want to get caught on first base.
0-1.
Like this.
Curveball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hodgins on deck. If it gets that far. 2 outs, runner at first, no score. Top of the 6th, Brewer and Skowhegan. The set by Tibbetts. The deal, swing and a miss, 1-2.
Both these pitchers today have excellent curveballs.
And excellent control, just
yes,
pounding the strike zone. The set by Tibbetts, the 1-2. Here it is. Oh, just missed. It took guts to take that one. 2-2.
Tibbetts not happy about that.
He wanted that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jay Dangler's done a pretty good job behind the plate today. A very good job calling balls and strikes. I think he's been very consistent.
I completely agree.
That's all you want. The 2-2. Spiked foul. Just got that off the end of the bat. That was a cue shot.
Just staying alive. Which is what it's going to take. I mean, really, for either of these teams, you're going to have to just maybe one defensive mistake, 1 hit, just time. It's going to be right time, and that, this is a chance here of staying alive.
The 2-2 is low and away. 3-2, string out now. On Clifford, that means that Littlefield will be off and running on the pitch. So a gapper might bring him in. Tibbetts to the set. Dunlap with the sign. Runner goes in the dirt, ball 4. Tibbetts has walked 2 in a row. And Brewer with a rally with 2 outs. Here's Hodgins. Andrew today has grounded to first and been called out on strikes. Time called Garrett Quinn's going to go to the mound. So Garrett Quinn will go talk to his pitcher, Silas Tibbetts. Second jam he's been in today.
It's worth noting in the game we saw Tibbetts pitch this season against Lawrence, if you remember, he kind of got in this situation too. I think he walked like back-to-back batters, and then all of a sudden it seemed like was able to just lock in real quick and then struck out the side and got out of the inning.
Well, he certainly got into trouble in the third, where he gave up a base hit got a called third strike, gave up a base hit, hit a man, so the bases were loaded. Then he got a strikeout looking and a strikeout swinging. Long conference here, and Jay Dangler going out there to try to send a bit of a message, but I don't think it was received because the conference goes on. All right, now we're all set. Message delivered to Silas Tibbetts. So, Andrew Hodgins, the number 8 hitter, with a chance to give his team the lead with a base hit. You getting a runner?
Yeah, the furthest person on.
All right, so we're getting a runner here.
Runner. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
yes.
Jake Perry's going to come in and run at second base for Littlefield. So Perry running for Littlefield, and here's Hodgins. The set by Silas Tibbetts. Strike called. First and second with 2 outs, and Hodgins in the hole, 0-1. Runners will be off on anything with 2 outs. In the dirt, good stop by Brendan Dunlap. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Credit to Brewer again. That was their strength offense, Skowhegan pitching, and they have put Tibbetts in position. I don't think he's been in all season. Again, he's given up 6 total hits on the season.
Here's the 1-1. Popped up. That's over us. Out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Tibbetts a strike away from getting out of it.
Which is also, I think, not surprising when you know what Skowhegan's done this season.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Hodgins. First and second, 2 out. Top of the 6th, no score. The pitch, he just got a piece to keep alive. And it's 1-2. That scattered the crowd back there.
Yeah, that's right. They bounced off that.
A lot of people up there haven't moved that fast in years. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tibbetts fires way outside. 2-2 to Hodgins. Tozier watching this on deck. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And 2 on.
I imagine Tibbetts here going to throw something a little bit out of the zone, too, to see if he chases defensively.
Swing is stabbed by Tibbetts. That's a great play. That's probably a base hit. Give him a Kennebec Eye Care highlight of the game. Silas Tibbetts makes the stab there. Kennebec Eye Care, for all your eye care needs. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialist. So 2 big runners stranded on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. We remain scoreless. Brewer nothing, Skowhegan nothing. It's high school baseball on the Score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
This year, your tax return could literally improve every moment of your life with a new pair of glasses or an eye exam from your friends at Kennebec Eye Care in Waterville. Even if you already own a pair, it's always a good idea to have an extra set. Keep a backup pair at home for emergencies. Leave an extra pair at work. Or how about prescription sunglasses or computer glasses? Call 872-2797 to schedule an appointment. Kennebec Eye Care, 216 Main Street in Waterville. Online at kennebeceyecare.com. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists.
Well, if you don't think that fielding your position as a pitcher is important, ask Silas Tibbetts how important that is, because with runners on first and second, Tibbetts just made a play that probably saved him a run there with that stab of that hard ground ball and the throw out at first base to keep this a 0-0 game.
Twice he's done that. And again, it's worth, you see that, I think, infield on his secondary position coming in. But to your point, absolutely. In a game where 1 run looks like it's going to win it.
And Skowhegan's bringing up the meat of their lineup. 3, 4, and 5. Annis, Dunlap, and McCray here against Anderson Clifford, who's been magnificent today. No runs, just 2 hits allowed in this ball game. He hasn't been really dominant or anything like that, but he's certainly 3 hits. All right.
Yes, sir.
3 hits. He certainly hasn't been dominant in that he has struck out a lot of bladders or anything like that, but he's just been really good.
And credit, again, both these defenses. We've had the first base foul line. How about the other Tibbetts? Yeah, catching the one against the fence.
Curveball for a strike to the leadoff man here, Annis. Annis is flied to left and reached on an infield single to third. 4 strikeouts for Clifford. That one just missed Annis. He skipped out of the way. 2 balls, no strikes.
Curious, too, to see how long the leash is with Clifford. He's been really good today. This is the 3rd time through the order. He hasn't pitched a ton.
Pitch is a hard ground ball foul down the left side. 2 balls and 1 strike. So a 3-hitter for Clifford so far through 5.
McMahon warming up for Skowhegan behind us.
Here's the pitch. Ooh, that almost hit him, or did it?
Sounded like
it did.
It caught his shoe,
It did. Breaking ball got him. That one almost chased after him. So, go-ahead run at first base in the person of Tyler Annis. And here's Dunlap. Brendan today has fouled to first. Great play by Van Edestein to make the catch. And then he flied to right.
Which was a great play by Tibbetts,
Yeah.
who hit the fence when he caught it. So apparently you're going to need to flash some spectacular leather to get Dunlap out today.
Exactly. Brendan, left-handed batting catcher. Cleanup man for Skowhegan. Shortstop Neto toward the bag.
And now at the direction of the catcher, he backs away, moves away from it.
And Tibbetts deep and right. They're coming in at third. I cannot believe they're going to bunt him. That's a strike.
Especially after he nearly hit a grand slam.
Valley charging in. He's going to do so again. Second baseman coming in. That's wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. The go-ahead run for Skowhegan at first. 1 ball, 1 strike on Dunlap. No score here in the bottom of the 6th. Hit well to right, but he yanked it foul. Boy, he got the head of the bat out on that one, but way foul, 1-2.
Yeah, after he almost hit that one to right center, I'm a little bit concerned because it's a real short right field home run down the line, and I parked right there.
277.
That's my car.
Second car in. Old Chevy Cruze, that's AJ's.
That's mine.
Here's the set. The 1-2. Breaking ball. That is hit to second. Could be 2. They get 1 at second. The throw to first is in time. 4-6-3 twin killing. Turned by the Brewer Witches.
And again, the defense, as good as the pitching has been, and the pitching has been good, the defense has been great. Brewers, honestly, might have been better. Now, that's technically the second double play.
Yeah, they had the bunt pop-up that was turned into a double play. Littlefield to Neto to Van Edestein. 4-6-3. 2 outs, nobody on all of a sudden for McRae. Quincy with a base hit last time. He was the one who was caught on the bunt pop-up. He is grounded to short as well. 2 outs, nobody on. Fouled at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah. Now I'm changing as opposed to predicting this is a region championship. No offense to the other teams. There's probably others I'll see that I'll like too.
You're calling it?
Sign me up for this. I'm just saying sign me up for this. I'll take a lot more of this.
1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody on in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. High. On deck, hoping to hit, Cooper Bardwell.
Credit to McRae there to lay off that one because it looked like it hung up there. It was out of the zone, so he takes the ball, and Clifford got clarification on
1-2. Excuse me, the 2-1 is on the outside corner. Now it's 2-2. Correct the count here, 2-2.
Credit to Clifford there. He got the call from the ump, and then he lowered it and said, okay, there's your strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. In the dirt, 3-2. String out on McRae. 3-2. Clifford back on top. The windup, the full count pitch. Ground ball wide of short. Neto off his glove into left field. A base hit. A gallant effort by Neto, but even if he had come up with that cleanly, no way you're going to get McCray.
Yeah.
So Quincy with his second hit of the game. Oh, ground ball. Shortstop way. So the go-ahead run is at first. Here's Bardwell, who was struck out and popped to the catcher on a bunt attempt. McCray can run. Ooh, that hit him. Just what you didn't want to do.
Tough spot for Clifford here. He gets through some of the toughest parts of the order.
He hit Annis to start the inning. Annis was erased in a double play. Now he hits Bardwell, and here is McEwen. Right-handed batting designated hitter with power. Hunter today has fouled to first and grounded to third. Now time is called, and out to the mound here is Dana Corey, the head coach of the Brewer Witches. High school sports, all of our local sports on the score is brought to you by Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer, sales and service by a family that cares. Right down the road here in Skowhegan.
No surprise, Clifford just getting a little talking to. Been excellent today. Again, I want to note after Tibbetts got out of the last inning, McMahon was warming up behind us. So we'll see if they pull Tibbetts for the top of the seventh.
All right, here's McEwen. The pitch from Clifford. Missed upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes on Hunter. Chance to give Skowhegan the lead. First and second, 2 out, scoreless in the bottom of the 6th. Here it is. In the dirt, gets all the way by. That's a wild pitch. The runners move up to second and third.
All of a sudden, Anderson sweating a little bit here, putting the team not in a good position.
Now your defense has to make a play on a ball if it's hit to them. There is no margin for error. And they're going to walk McEwen now and load the bases. So they will intentionally walk Hunter. And they're loaded now for Jackson Height. Height today is fly to right and grounded to second. A chance to put Skowhegan in the lead. The go-ahead run at third, 2 outs in a scoreless game in the 6th. Strike called. Right in there to Height.
What has Height done today?
Height today is fly to right and grounded to second.
Oh, that's right. The fly was a nice play. So he's driven one.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Had him way out in front and fooled on a curveball. 0-2. I'd throw him that one again.
I think so. Especially 0-2. You got a couple pitches to waste here.
So Clifford up in the count on Height. 0-2. Lefty steps off, and time is called, and Morin wants a word.
Yeah, a little disagreement, I think, between pitcher and catcher there. I don't know if you heard that too, Mike, but Morin told him to step off the mound so they could chat about it.
So Morin and Clifford chat briefly, and Height back in there for the 0-2. Clifford to the set. Bases loaded. The 0-2. Grounded foul. He came back with a curveball. Height got a piece.
Now that one a little bit more inside and up. I was surprised. I would expect him to go back to one that's in the dirt somewhere.
0-2. Clifford to the set. The bases loaded. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. He got him. No doubt about that. And so Clifford wiggles out of a jam. We are scoreless through 6. It is Brewer 0, Skowhegan 0. It's high school baseball on the score.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu. Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
Well, the day is over for Silas Tibbetts of Skowhegan on the mound. He throws 6 scoreless innings, and in the process gave up just 4 hits, and he turns it over to Noah McMahon. Always nice when you can go from Tibbetts to McMahon. So Tibbetts 6 scoreless. McMahon takes over, and he'll face 9-1-2 here for Brewer in the 7th inning of this scoreless game. No runs and 3 hits for Skowhegan. No runs and 4 hits for the Brewer Witches.
I got 4 and 4. 4 hits, 4 hits.
Okay.
McCray, Annis, and McMahon, right? 1 hit each, and then Banasine and Tozier.
So no runs, 4 hits for each side. And Tozier to lead off. Tozier's got 1 of the 4 hits for Brewer, single to right, and he flied to right his last time. I don't think there have been many high school baseball games in Maine this spring that are scoreless into the 7th.
No. McMahon coming in, he has the, I don't want to say worst because it's not applicable, but in 7 innings pitch, he has the least amount of innings pitch. He's got the 2 ERA, 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 10 Ks, 4 walks given up.
Been very good. McMahon ready to go here against Tozier. And Tibbetts now at second. Tozier 0 for 2. Silas Tibbetts finished with 6 strikeouts. First pitch by McMahon is popped up. Maybe a play for Hyde. He can't get there. It bounces foul. 1 strike. Nothing in 1. Neto and Venetta Stein to follow.
And Venetta Stein's been the problem.
The 0-1. All the way to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1. Here it is. 1-2. Fastball at the knees for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And this whole staff throws Ks. Again, combined 61 innings pitched coming into today, 63 Ks.
The 1-2. Hit to center field. Back is Tibbetts. Chances right there. Makes the catch, 1 out.
And that one hit well, but hit right at the center fielder.
Pretty much an atom ball. 1 up, 1 out. Here is Evan Neto. Neto, the shortstop, 4th time up. He's 0 for 3. Hit back to the pitcher. Called out on strikes. Grounded to second. 1 out, nobody on. Top 7, no score between Brewer and Skowhegan. The deal by McMahon. Outside, ball 1.
Neto being the point guard for the basketball team, this just seems to fit for me, but he watches every pitch where the catcher catches it, like he's measuring the strike zone visually for himself.
Smart hitter. Low.
No.
2-0. That's what point guards who play shortstop do.
And, yeah, again, Neto had a big, was it the semifinal game?
Yeah.
Against.
Here's the 2-0. 2-1 right in there for a strike.
So whoever they played before Skowhegan.
I can't remember either.
Yeah, but he had a big game. I think he had 20 points in that one. And then they took apart Skowhegan.
They did fillet them. No question about it. It was not close. 2 balls, 1 strike. Line drive, and it's caught at shortstop. Did he catch that in the air? They're saying he didn't. I thought he did.
I thought Annis got that.
Now time is called.
wait and see.
I thought for sure that Tyler Annis caught that ball. The throw was wide.
If you want to see, Mike, I don't know how much zoom we got, but I got the replay.
I'll let you be the judge of that. Umpires discussing it. Annis.
Tough to see. I thought he caught it. My initial read on it was the same as yours.
And they're going to stick with their call. So safe, so that's a base hit. And Neto, the potential go-ahead run, is on.
With real speed.
Yep, real speed. Mike LeBlanc gets a summary of the decision from Jay Dangler. So the go-ahead run is on, and here is Grady Venetestein, who is 3 for 3 today. Last time up a bunt.
They're saying it bounced.
Saying what bounced?
The play, Annis didn't catch it. They're saying the ball
Okay,
bounced.
the ball, so he trapped it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it said at the plate, and that confused me.
I'm sorry, the umps, I think.
Yeah.
Is what he said to the manager.
All right, so they called it a trap. So
Yes.
pitch a ball to Venetestein. So a trap was called, and a throw was wide. That one stopped by Dunlap. Good play. 2 balls, no strikes.
Big time, because that gets by him. Obviously, Neto's taking second. He might take third, depending on how hard it takes him
2
to track it
balls,
down.
no strikes. So Noah McMahon with a bit of a jam here. That's a strike at the knees, 2-1. Venetestein has singled to right, and then had that bunt single last time down the third baseline. Then he stole the base. 2 balls, 1 strike. McMahon on in relief of Tibbetts. The 2-1. Hit well right into right field, a base hit. Neto had to wait, sort of skip a step there to let it get by. He did, and 4 for 4 today for Grady Venetestein.
What a day.
That was a bullet. First and second, 1 out. Here's Noah Tibbetts. Tibbetts has reached on an error by the pitcher, been hit by a pitch, and grounded to second. So he's 0 for 2. Chance to put Brewer ahead. No score. We are in the 7th of a real pitcher's duel. McMahon delivers, and skipping rope there out of the way of that was Tibbetts. Strike one, a ball 1.
And again, the importance of that call, as they say, trap, not catch, that gave Neto that infield single. He's scoring anything out of the infield.
That ball was a ball that McMahon did not want in that spot. That was tasty, and it was fouled off. 1-1. My eyes lit up where that was.
What I heard was Mike was going yard.
I would try to. I would, of course, foul it like he did down the left field line. 1 ball, 1 strike. First and second, 1 out. Inside, busted him off the plate, but missed. 2-1. So Tibbetts with a hitter's count here. 2 balls, 1 strike. Venetestein at first, Neto at second, who can run. The 2-1, a high pitch, bounced to first. Height looked at second, flips to first. They get the out there. Height, a pretty good play there at first base. He checked. But in this case, even if you get the middle runner, not a big deal. Get an out one way or the other. So Tibbetts is out 3-1. 2 outs. Runners at second and third now for Caden Morin, the cleanup man. He has fly to right, been called out on strikes, and fly to right. So McMahon looking to strand 2. Second and third, 2 outs, in a scoreless game in the 7th. The pitch. That's a strike. 0-1. Brewer cleanup hitter. McMahon to the set. The 0-1. In the dirt, stopped by the catcher Dunlap. 1 ball, 1 strike.
A lot of teams going to have rough days, like you said, with Morin today, but coming into the season, coming in from the season, 391.
1 ball, 1 strike. On the outside corner, good spot, 1-2, right on the black. That was paint. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McMahon wipes his brow. Back in there is Morin. 1 ball, 2 strikes, second and third, 2 outs. Got him! Called strike 3. Noah McMahon strands runners at second and third. And Skowhegan looking to walk it off. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's Brewer nothing, Skowhegan nothing. It's high school baseball on the score.
For excavation in the greater Skowhegan Waterville area, call PJ Diggs. Septic systems installed, new or replacement. New driveways, foundation holes, full house lots. If it's dirt, they do it all. Need gravel, sand, or crushed aggregate for your project? Call PJ Diggs. They have all the materials you need ready for delivery. Spring is here, and it's time to start digging into your project. For a free quote, call PJ Diggs 431-4299. The Excavation Pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Family and veteran-owned. PJ Diggs, 431-4299.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Well, Brewer, which is left-hander, had only Anderson Clifford only pitched 7 total innings coming into today. He's going to pitch into the 7th inning in this one. 6 scoreless innings for Anderson. He'll start it off here in the 7th inning, and he'll face 9-1-2. Chance Tibbetts, Jackson Quinn, and Noah McMahon. Tibbetts today has been on twice. He's walked twice. So he's been a pest today. And if he gets on, he's got good speed. Chance, left-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher.
I mean, streaky Skowhegan offense. For this situation, you've got the part of the lineup you'd want to have.
Yep, Skowhegan held to just 4 hits today. A hit in the first, a hit in the third, hit in the fourth, and a hit last inning. That's it. Tibbetts, left-handed batting center fielder, facing Anderson Clifford, who's been outstanding. The lefty deal, showing bunt is Tibbetts, takes a strike. 0-1. Quinn on deck, Jackson Quinn. The 0-1. Line drive to center field. He got a late jump, and Tozier comes in and makes the catch. He broke back on that ball for a step and then reset himself and made the play. Tibbetts hit that ball hard.
Tibbetts to... Oh, no, sorry. The other Tibbetts isn't right, isn't he? Sorry. I was going to say Tibbetts to Tibbetts, but Noah Tibbetts isn't right.
Can't have that. Tibbetts to Tozier in center field. 1 up, 1 out. Here is Quinn. 2 strikeouts and been hit by a pitch. Swinging a foul at the plate.
Again, these two teams have been outstanding. The outfield the pitching obviously has been spectacular in a 0-0 game into the bottom of the 7th. The outfield defense especially has been good.
0-1 on Quinn. The deal inside. That did not hit him. I think you thought it did.
I thought it did. I thought it grazed his shin there.
1-1.
He didn't react, so not going to make the case.
1 ball, 1 strike. High fly pop up, and that'll make it out of play. About 10 feet behind the garbage can.
That would have been.
That'd be awesome if it would go in the can.
I think that's a run if it gets into the garbage can.
If that goes into the can, it becomes an Kennebec Eye Care highlight of the game.
Yes, 100%.
No doubt about it.
It's the play of the year.
1-2 on Quinn. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 7th. Skowhegan looking to walk it off with a run. And time called. Got action down the right field line in the Brewer bullpen. Somebody warming up down there. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Count stays at 1-2.
To your point, Clifford, again, has been used sparingly, so I imagine give him a chance here to go the distance. I think that's why Skowhegan used McMahon. You leave Bellarose whenever you get a chance to come back to him.
Swing and a miss. Ball dropped. And what? The catcher, did he get hit on the backswing of that?
I think he did.
And down is Caden Morin. I did not see specifically where he got that. And get his mask off. Caden Morin might have gotten that on the jaw. The trainer there holding, it might have been the backswing. Did you grab that on replay?
Here, I caught the tail end of it. I think the bat
I think it was
caught him.
the backswing of the bat is what got him. The runner ruled out. So there was not a play necessary at first base. So a strikeout. Quinn's gone. 2 outs. And we await the verdict on Morin. Might have drawn blood, actually. The trainer looks like he's got gauze or something up there.
That ever happened to you when you were catching?
No, I mean, I got it in the fingers before, foul tip into the fingers, but hit by a backswing like that, no. And it looks like Morin shakes it off and is going to be able to continue. So 2 outs, nobody on, and Noah McMahon will dig in.
Yeah, that one, I think, just one of those cases where he was seeing stars for a second, just needed a second to catch his breath.
So Morin rubs some dirt on it. We're ready to go. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, and a scoreless game. And here is Noah McMahon. McMahon today is singled, flied to right, and struck out. 1 for 3. Anderson Clifford, first pitch. Ball 1.
McMahon has a hit on today, and he, again, coming into today, was hitting 321.
Here it is. Ball 2. 2-0 on deck. Tyler Annis hoping to hit. The deal from Clifford. Strike called right down Broadway. 2-1. Skowhegan 8-1. Brewer 7-1. Bouncer, second base way. Littlefield right there. Throws to first. We are going to extras. 7 innings, not enough. We go to the 8th inning. No score. Brewer nothing. Skowhegan nothing. It's high school baseball on the score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Well, regulation not enough to decide the issue. We go to extra innings, and the 8th inning, Noah McMahon will begin his second inning of work. His first inning was eventful.
Yeah.
Put runners on second and third, got out of it by striking out Morin. Easy inning for Clifford in the bottom of the 7th inning. And so we go to the 8th, and it will be 5, 6, and 7. Valley, Littlefield, and Clifford. Valley today, 0 for 3. All strikeouts, all swinging.
And this is where we talked about how good the pitching's been today, but having Clifford be able to go another inning is so big because how many arms do you really have that you rely on? We talked about Skowhegan's been outstanding this year pitching, but it's been 4 pitchers, and obviously 2 of them are starters.
Yeah, but I mean, there aren't many teams. You're not going to have, at this level of high school baseball, I mean, you're only going to have 4 that you can count on, that, are reliable arms that you're fine putting out there. The rest of them sometimes can be a risk. That's the way it is. Down to second goes Dunlap, and here we go. To the 8th. And Rowan Valley, the Brewer third baseman, 0 for 3. Nobody has come close to scoring. There has been a run at a third, but that's it.
There's been a couple interesting high-intensity jams for both pitchers. But
but they've gotten out of them.
Yep.
First pitch to Valley. Foul to the right. 0-1 on Rowan Valley. Here's the pitch. All the way to the backstop. Off the glove of Dunlap. 1 ball, 1 strike. Scoreless in the 8th. Low.
What's the longest game you broadcasted?
Oh, I've had a 15 or 16 inning job back in the day.
Wow. Did you do that by yourself?
No, I had a partner that day.
You did? No, that's good. Well, good thing.
That's in there for a strike. 2-2. Done a 5 overtime hockey game.
Ooh, that's a lot. Okay. I assumed. I mean, you've called games for a minute, so
I was more tired than the players at the end of that one. Spiked down the right field side and foul. Decent play by the Brewer first base coach without a glove, but he still couldn't make it. And a ball rolls down the right field line and going over to get it. Cooper Bardwell.
Yeah, that one deflected. I think it would have stayed foul. He knocked it in.
Yeah. So 2-2 on Valley. Leading off here in the 8th, scoreless. Swing and a miss, dropped by Dunlap. Plenty of time to make the throw. He does. 1 out. So that goes into the books. K2-3 on the putout. 1 out. Here's Littlefield. Logan today has popped to second, hit back to the pitcher, and walked his last time.
What a great game.
Pitching, pitching, and pitching.
Has lived up to the hype.
Low and away. Ball 1. In real estate, it's location, location, location. In baseball today, it's pitching, pitching, pitching.
And that's not to say neither team hasn't put the other pitcher in a bad situation. They've just responded defensively.
The 1-0 hit to right field. Should be an easy play. Bardwell comes in. Side saddles it. Makes the catch. 2 outs.
Nice play by Bardwell. That's one of those things, too. It's one of those routine plays. I think you see the difference that could make the difference in the expectations. We've seen routine plays like that, right, where the right fielder doesn't call the second baseman off, and it gets through. There, Bardwell communicates, makes the catch, 2 outs.
2 outs. Here's Clifford. Clifford has struck out, fly to right, and walked. Facing Noah McMahon, trying to have a 1-2-3/8. Strike called.
And how about the day for him? He come in 2 appearances, 7 innings pitched, 3 ERA.
He's been fantastic. I am so impressed by Anderson Clifford. See if he comes out for the 8th. Strike 2. They do not have a DH in their lineup, for what it's worth.
Yeah, he being the pitcher, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they've handled that.
The 0-2. Wide. 1-2. Crowd wanted a strike. It wasn't.
That was wide. Again, let's give credit. We're I don't know, not us specifically, but everybody's quick to judge the umpires. Very consistent strike zone today. No complaints whatsoever.
The 1-2 by McMahon. Curveball got him. 1, 2, 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Noah McMahon. That is that. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Skowhegan looking for a run. It's Brewer nothing, Skowhegan nothing. This is high school baseball on The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Well, coming into today's game, Brewer lefty Anderson Clifford had only pitched 7 innings all year. He's pitched 7 innings in this game, and he's going to try to pitch an 8th inning because he is out there to start it for the Brewer Witches. And the iron of the Skowhegan lineup ready to go in the 8th inning. Annis, Dunlap, and McCray 3, 4, and 5 as the Riverhawks try to walk this off.
I mean, it's the heart of the lineup, but credit where credit is due. Clifford not let him done much, though. Of the 4 hits that Skowhegan has, 3 of them belong to these next 3 batters. So
Clifford has been dynamic today. No runs allowed, 4 hits. And Annis leads it off. Tyler has flied to left, had an infield single to third, hit by a pitch last time.
just 2 again, living up to the hype. 1 and 2, Class A North, have looked every bit of it today.
Annis, University of Maine bound in the fall. Curve for a strike. Clifford has been outstanding today. 2 pitches, a fastball and a curveball, throwing them both for strikes consistently all game long. Swing and a miss, strike 2. You can't be swinging at that one.
I'm not going to help.
That's a gift. 0-2.
Yeah, again, both the pitchers, the starters today. Silas Clifford's still out there. Silas Tibbetts for Skowhegan. Just not up there, wasting a lot of stuff. It's been strike zone, strike zone, strike zone.
Got him. 3 pitches. He's gone.
That is a huge first out to get.
So Annis is gone. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 strikeouts for Clifford. Here's Dunlap. He has fouled to first, fly to right, hit into a 4-6-3 double play, take strike 1.
And that curveball again.
Beauty.
How about 2 as a lefty, obviously a very righty-dominant lineup, but he's moved his pitches.
Ground ball to second. Littlefield snares it, throws to first, 2 outs.
Done a nice job changing where he locates it left to right. Because Skowhegan's, has, was it three lefty batters?
Yeah.
And there's not going to be, I think, a ton of other lineups that have 3 lefty batters. So he's been able to move them around.
2 outs. Here's McCray. He's grounded to short, singled, and had an infield single to shortstop. So he's got 2 hits. Strike 1. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 8th inning. High. A ball and a strike, Bardwell on deck. High, 2-1.
Somebody decided to add sound effects for the 8th inning.
Sound effect machine's awesome. Clifford to the windup. Here's the 2-1. Fouled off. 2-2.
And McCray, 2 of 4 hits. After this, besides the intentional walk to McEwen and then Tibbetts walking twice at his first 2 ABs, not much to show for today.
Here's the 2-2. Squirts outside, 3-2. Curveball missed. String is out on McCray. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 8th and a scoreless tie. Clifford. Ground ball into left, a base hit. McCray is on. That's the game-winning run at first base. And McCray's got 3 hits today.
We talked about it. It was weird to have the teams sort of mirrored each other, but McCray's got 3 hits. Venice 9 for Brewer, 4 hits. Kind of mirroring each other.
Time called here, a chat with Bardwell.
Long conversation.
That's a long conversation for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, the just tell him get a hit. That's it. Not much strategy here. Get a hit.
Hey, if you could knock one in, that'd be great.
Don't make an out. Bardwell today has struck out, popped to the catcher, which ended up being a double play hit by a pitch. Facing Clifford, the lefty. That is hit down the right field line, but the right fielder ranges over, and Tibbetts makes the catch. Will anybody score a run? We have finished 8 innings in Skowhegan at Memorial Field. The score remains Skowhegan nothing, Brewer nothing. It's high school baseball on The Score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
This year, your tax return could literally improve every moment of your life with a new pair of glasses or an eye exam from your friends at Kennebec Eye Care in Waterville. Even if you already own a pair, it's always a good idea to have an extra set. Keep a backup pair at home for emergencies. Leave an extra pair at work. Or how about prescription sunglasses or computer glasses? Call 872-2797 to schedule an appointment. Kennebec Eye Care, 216 Main Street in Waterville. Online at kennebeceyecare.com. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists.
Across the river in high school softball today, Skowhegan came back. They beat Brewer 4-3. Final is in, so Skowhegan gets the win in softball. Here in baseball, we are going to the 9th inning.
And that was a 1-2 matchup, again, for those who didn't know. Brewer and Skowhegan 1-2 in softball and in baseball.
Noah McMahon into his 3rd inning of relief of Silas Tibbetts, who went 6 shutout. Here's Hodgins to lead it off against McMahon. Strike 1. Hodgins today, out 3 unassisted, called out on strikes, grounded back to the pitcher, 0 for 3. 8-9-1 against McMahon. Pitchers have absolutely ruled. Strike 2. This is as good a pitching performance by both teams as I have seen in years.
Oh, the baseball, right? I mean,
both teams.
I was going to say Lawrence.
Baseball in years.
I was going to say Lawrence and Nokomis, that game we had for softball.
Baseball.
Okay, fair.
Ground ball to short, ranging wide to his right is Neto. Is Annis, throws to first, not in time. And beating it out there, Hodgins, who has really good speed. Annis to his right, a multiple hopper, and a tough play to make. A base hit, and Hodgins is on the go-ahead run on at first.
Bobble, too, is the Quinn came in front of him there.
So here is Tozier. Tozier 1 for 3. Shows bunt, puts it down, third baseman Quinn, fields, fires. They got the out there. Nobody's covering third. What a smart play by Hodgins. Nobody covered third, and Hodgins noticed it immediately and never stopped. So the bunt by Tozier, he's out 5-3, but a heads-up play. Talk about some baseball acumen there by Andrew Hodgins, and the go-ahead run is on third.
Yeah, and to your point, I think Hodgins noted immediately because he did not slow down.
He did,
right
out of the gate, he had in his mind, I'm going to third. So here is Neto. Neto, ground ball to second, bobbled. The runner holds at third, so exactly what you'd want if you were Skowhegan happens. A ground ball right to second. And Tibbetts makes the play. Neto is out 4-3, and Hodgins had to hold on it. So with 2 outs, they're going to walk Van Edestein, and of course, why not? He's only 4 for 4 today. So he gets an intentional pass. And it's up to Noah Tibbetts. So Noah on Noah here. Noah McMahon and Noah Tibbetts. With Noah Tibbetts with a chance to put Brewer ahead. He's reached on an error, been hit by a pitch, grounded to second, grounded first to pitcher. The set by McMahon. Ground ball into right, a base hit, and Brewer's going to take the lead. It's an RBI single by Noah Tibbetts, and that heads-up base running by Andrew Hodgins pays off, and the Witches lead 1-0.
Wow. Just talk about it. This was gonna take in this game, right? It was just going to take that one mistake and some timely hitting, and there you get it.
So Hodgins, who never stopped running on a sacrifice bunt, hit second on the fly, went to third. He comes in, scores the go-ahead run. And here is Caden Morin with runners on first and second. And 2 outs. Swings and misses, strike one. Morin today is fly to right, been called out on strikes, fly to right, and been called out on strikes. I see a pattern developing.
So fly to right here?
Could be. Popped up, a fly out of play. It's 0-2. So Brewer, after 8 scoreless innings, able to get a run across here in the 9th. And they lead it 1-0. The set by McMahon. The 0-2 time called. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th inning, it's McEwen, Height, and Tibbetts scheduled, the bottom third of the Skowhegan order. 0-2 here on Morin. The pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. Benedestein, who was intentionally walked at second. Tibbetts, who put Brewer ahead with the RBI single on at first. Here's the set. The 1-2 by McMahon. Outside, 2-2. On deck is Rowan Valley.
He's got a pattern for his batting order, too.
Yes, he does. It includes striking out every time. Not the kind of pattern you want. The set. The 2-2. Fouled off.
You know, it figures, too, if you were going to, and Skowhegan bats in the bottom of the 9th, but if you were going to get Skowhegan, it was going to take 1 run in the top of the 9th to do it with their pitching staff.
So we'll get another 2-2 here to Caden Morin. Here's the set. And the delivery. Poked foul down the right field line, and it lands down there in no man's land.
Gets up near the fence. Because that's the top of the short. The Skowhegan foul line quickly kind of tapers off as that fence comes around. Plus you have the incline that would help.
There's the grade change that's down there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, and a run in. Brewer has taken the lead here in the 9th, leading 1-0. The set. The 2-2. Swing and a ground ball to the second baseman. Stop there. The throw. Got him! Tibbetts using his strong pitching arm, and he just got Morin at first by a whisker. And that is the end of that. But the Brewer Witches push across a run on heady base running by Andrew Hodgins. He comes in to score on an RBI single by Tibbetts. And guess who's coming out to finish this one off? Andrew Clifford comes out for the 9th inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Skowhegan needs 1 to tie. Brewer 1, Skowhegan 0 on the score.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu. Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
Left-hander Andrew Clifford will be given a chance to finish what he started. The 9th inning is here. Brewer leading 1-0. Hunter McEwen, Jackson Height, Chance Tibbetts scheduled here in the bottom of the 9th inning. McEwen today is fouled to first. Grounded to third, and Ben intentionally walked. 0 for 2. Clifford has fanned 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The pitch to McEwen, down ball 1. Skowhegan looking for a base runner. 1 ball, no strikes on Hunter McEwen. Certainly has home run power. That's low. 2-0. Morin wants time and wants a quick word with his pitcher. Anderson has not been dominant or overwhelming or anything like that. He's just been good.
Yeah, I mean, that's the appropriate description. He has just been good.
I mean, this hasn't been a Jacob Love type performance where he's striking out every batter and scaring the devil out of everybody. He's just dominated them quietly, pitching to contact for the most part. And giving up 5 hits. There's a strike, 2-1. Height on deck. 2 balls, 1 strike on Hunter McEwen. Curve low, 3-1. I would think if McEwen gets on, they'll run for him.
You think he's got the green light here?
I'd give it to him.
I think
Gets
so,
a
too.
cookie.
He could tie it.
3-1, he got one! Hit it well to center field, but back is Tozier, and he makes the catch 1 out. Off the bat, I thought maybe, but you could see Tozier had a beat on it.
Well, let's also point out Tozier, great cover. It's a distance to get out in center, and that was the center.
Yeah, it's 400. You pull that, you got a shot. So 1 up, 1 out. Here's Height. Height today is fly to right, grounded to second, been called out on strikes, and they're going to pull Clifford?
I think so.
Well, unless you had a pitch count on him.
Yeah, he's handing him the ball.
Wow, that takes guts to take him out of this game. So Clifford goes 8 1/3. And he is going to be replaced by a sophomore, Blake Littlefield. So Clifford, 8 1/3 scoreless innings.
I mean, because it can't be. That's what I'm with you on the confusion, because McEwen gave that one a ride, and unless you think that was just he just got tired. I mean, McEwen's going to give pitches rides. He's a powerful bat.
Yeah, and he's handled everybody today. There isn't anybody in the Skowhegan lineup who's had his number or anything like that. So Littlefield is going to come in. So Blake Littlefield is on, a sophomore, to try to close this one out. Right-hander.
Talk about a tough spot, too.
Well, obviously some confidence in Blake Littlefield by Dana Corey, the head coach of Brewer. You don't throw him in this situation unless he's done something to you before. It looks like he's got a pretty live arm.
Yeah, he's got to be, too, especially because, to your point, with no one on, I can understand maybe a little wary.
I mean, because you got to win this game right now. You know, this game is worth a huge amount of heel points, and very conceivably could lock up number 1 for you when they count them all.
Oh, I got some stats here for you, Mike.
Okay.
Littlefield, 2 innings pitched. What is that, a 1 ERA? So not a ton. Not a ton of appearances. 1 walk, 1 K.
So limited action, we can call it, for Blake Littlefield.
Yeah.
First batter he faces is Height. 0 for 3. Low, ball 1.
Also, thank you.
So, again, unless you've got Clifford on a pitch count, I'm not taking him out of the game.
Yeah, I'm with you.
There's a strike.
Now, if he had walked McEwen or something, I could understand.
Right.
Also, credit to our producer, Ryan, for getting us some stats on
1 ball, 1 strike. Well, that's what we pay him for.
Exactly.
That's right in there for a strike, and Mr. Littlefield doesn't mess around either. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Height's got to swing the bat.
Yeah, get out in the field. Don't get out at the plate, at least.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. So Littlefield, the sophomore, comes on and pours coals and blows height away. 2 outs, last call is Chance Tibbetts. Chance today has walked, and fly to center. Littlefield, the sophomore, trying to close out a 9-inning victory. The pitch is fouled to the left and out of play. 1 strike on Chance Tibbetts.
And Tibbetts goes now from lefty on lefty back to lefty on righty, with Littlefield being right.
Yeah, certainly gives him a more comfortable look. Wind kicks up here. 1 strike on Chance Tibbetts. Last call for Skowhegan, trailing 1-0 in the 9th. Here's the 0-1. Curveball, a bouncer. It is snagged by the second baseman. Throw to first. It is over. And Littlefield comes in, the sophomore, closes out the 9th inning, gets the final 2 outs in this masterful pitcher's duel, and Anderson Clifford outduels the combination of Silas Tibbetts and Noah Anderson. And the final score in this one, the Brewer Witches 1, the Skowhegan Riverhawks 0 in 9 innings. Our post-game show with the totals and our score player of the game coming up on Sports Radio 1160. WSKW, The Score.
For excavation in the greater Skowhegan Waterville area, call PJ Diggs. Septic systems installed, new or replacement. New driveways, foundation holes, full house lots. If it's dirt, they do it all. Need gravel, sand, or crushed aggregate for your project? Call PJ Diggs. They have all the materials you need ready for delivery. Spring is here, and it's time to start digging into your project. For a free quote, call PJ Diggs 431-4299. The Excavation Pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Family and veteran-owned. PJ Diggs 431-4299.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and like just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Back here post-game at Memorial Field in Skowhegan, Mike Violet and A.J. Knight. It may have been the pitching performance of the year so far in high school baseball by both sides through 6 innings. Each pitcher had pitched scoreless baseball. Silas Tibbetts left after 6 innings after throwing 6 scoreless innings, giving up 5 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, turned it over to Noah McMahon after that. And then in the meantime, Anderson Clifford just mowing him down for the Brewer Witches, pitching 8 scoreless innings, pitching into the 9th inning, getting the first batter in the 9th inning before he turned it over to Blake Littlefield, and Littlefield closed it out after Brewer pushed across a run in the 9th inning. And then Littlefield came on and closed it out with a strikeout and a ground ball, and Brewer wins this one by a final score of 1-0. This might be the game of the year so far. Final line scores in this one for the Brewer, which is 1 run, 8 hits, no errors, 12 runners left on. Skowhegan, no runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 9 men on base. Silas Tibbetts, a no decision today. He went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. Meanwhile, Clifford on the other side, 8 1/3 after pitching only 7 innings the entire season so far.
No.
8 1/3, no runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Clearly, our score player of the game. Doesn't take much brain power to make the call on that one. The only run delivered on an RBI single by Noah Tibbetts with 2 outs in the 9th inning.
Ironically enough, Tibbetts featured in the pregame, as famously said, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a Tibbetts
That's
in this
right.
one.
There were Tibbettses all over the place, and they certainly factored into this one. But you said it a couple of times during the game that, it wouldn't surprise you if when we get to the end of the season, these two are 1 and 2, and they play in a regional championship. Very impressive. Skowhegan's been, if there's been one chink in the armor this year, it's their lack of hitting, and it really showed today.
Yeah, I think so, and credit to Brewer as well. In a game like this where Clifford really pitched super well against the Skowhegan offense that's been streaky, it was going to take probably a mistake, and I think Skowhegan gave you the 2. They were, one may have cost them a run in that pop-up on the bunt double play. Maybe it was at first base. The second one, obviously, no one covers third, and Hodgins goes all the way to third, and he gets hit in on that next single.
Yep, Andrew Hodgins with undoubtedly the play of the game. Hodgins led off with an infield hit to shortstop, and then on a bunt play, the bunt put down by the bunt put down by Tozier, fielded by Quinn, the third baseman, and Hodgins never stopped at second base as Quinn threw the ball, came in to make the play. Third base, totally left all alone, and Hodgins just scampered to third. That certainly was the play of the day. And then not long thereafter, it was Tibbetts delivering the RBI single, and Brewer gets the win.
Which was huge, too, because then right after that on the first pitch, Neto grounds out, and obviously Hodgins doesn't go anywhere, and you think, they're going to get out of this again, as both teams had all day. But
all right, so Monday we are in Farmington as the Mount Blue Cougars host the Skowhegan Riverhawks, who won today over Brewer in softball 4-3, so a split. That'll be a 4 o'clock game from Farmington. We'll have it here on the Score. So that wraps it up for us. For AJ Knight, for Andy Capwell, for Ryan Bell, Mike Violet saying so long. What a beauty today from Memorial Field in Skowhegan. Final score in this one in 9 innings. The Brewer Witches won. The Skowhegan Riverhawks nothing. Have a great weekend.
The preceding high school sports broadcast on the place for local sports, 1160 WSKW The Score, was brought to you by the following. For our videocast, Central Maine Community College. For the radio broadcast, Central Maine Motors Auto Group. For the audio live stream, Hammond Lumber Company. Also brought to you by Kennebec Eye Care, Mid-State Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, and by PJ Diggs. Count on us for all your local high school and college sports. Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.